Hey everyone, okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to do the extreme brightening technique, which is a concealer technique. Now I'm going to be doing it on both sides. One side I'm going to be doing the full extreme version. I say extreme, it's not extreme, the full version. On the second side I'm going to do the partial. So it's the full brightening and the partial brightening. Generally speaking, for myself, if I were doing it, say on me at my age, I would do the partial, but it really just depends. Do whatever you want. Now I'm going to be using NARS Radient Concealer, and I'm going to be setting it with a pink powder. So let's go through the technique. So first thing is to take the concealer. We're going to do the full brightening and then the partial brightening. Now this is in shade Honey. So I'm starting this right in the inner corner. I'm dragging it down right the way to the kind of nostril area. Then I'm taking it all the way up to the very outside corner of the eye, and then I'm going in right here. I'm leaving this completely blank. I'm not filling this bit in. The reason is that when we blend this out now with a sponge or your finger, whatever you're using, you're going to be pulling product down and up, so that's why I'm not going to fill it in, because I don't want to put any excess product where I don't need it. Now as you're blending, make sure you blend in towards the nose, because what this technique is doing is creating light right here in the face and pulling it out. So we want all the light to be here because it just looks so pretty. I'm using a mini beauty blender and I'm blending this out. You can use a full regular one, it really doesn't matter. And just tap and press and blend this in. Make sure as you're blending that you're going just over the edge as well so that it blends in more seamlessly. Now, this shade of concealer I think is a great shade. You could go lighter if you want, but you've really got to be really clever with blending, because otherwise there's just way too much light in the center of the face. So we're going to do the partial technique and then we'll talk about setting in a minute. Partial technique is starting on the inner corner, dragging it down to the nostril. Now feather it out just ever so slightly, so you're covering this inner corner here, and then feather it out. Now at the outside corner, you want to take the concealer and just place it on the outside corner of the eye and pull it out ever so slightly. So all of this section, the main bit, is not going to get any concealer. So I'm going to blend the outside corner first. Now a lot of times we have discoloration on the very outside corner of the eye, so this is why we do this, because it lifts that outside corner really nicely. And then we're going to blend the inner corner where we put the concealer, and then this inner portion we're going to feather out into the face. And you can do the eyelid. Don't forget to blend it up into the nose so there's no line of demarcation where one starts and one stops. Now I hope that you can see that what we're really doing here is creating light right here in this center portion of the face, because then all your blusher, your bronzer, everything's going to go around the outside perimeter, but you still have this real nice lightness to the face. Now before we set the concealer, we always make sure there are no creases underneath the eye, otherwise we will set them for all eternity. I'm using a pink powder by Dior, which is the Dior Nude Air in 012. So get some onto your original or your baby beauty blender, however you want, and then set the areas where there was concealer. So this is the area here where we had concealer. And then immediately, oh, wrong brush, nearly, immediately with your number 2 brush, if you've got my brush, knock it off. I don't want it sat there. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm picking up powder and I'm knocking it off. And now here I'm going in the inner corner all the way down, and on the outer corner, and I'm pressing it into the skin. Then I'm taking my brush and I'm instantly knocking it off. And because the brush is so soft, it's not going to disturb anything. So to kind of complete this look and give it a more overall feel, I'm just going to run a bit of eyebrow gel, the Charlotte Tilbury one, which is absolutely amazing. I'm just going to run this through my brows to give it a bit more definition. And then I'm going to curl the lashes so you can kind of get more, you'll just kind of see the brightness more when the eyebrows are a bit more defined and the lashes are curled as well, because then we've got darkness and lightness. Grooming them up. Short strokes, extending. This is such a good product. Okay, so I'm now just going to curl the lashes and apply a really faint amount of mascara. So I'm going to use Perversion Mascara by Urban Decay, which is a really nice mascara, and I'm knocking off most of it onto the back of my hand because I just want to use the faintest amount. It's just to give a bit of definition to complete this look. And that's it. That is the extreme brightening tutorial. Really, it's a brightening tutorial. Here is the completed side where it is full under and blending out. Here we've done the partial highlight and then the outside corner. Again, pick and choose depending on your skin, the amount of movement you have in your skin and all of that kind of stuff, and then you can kind of pick and choose. Now, again, I've not gone really bright in the inner with the concealer because I didn't want it to stand out too much against the rest of my face. The whole thing is a balancing act. Technically, I could have gone probably half a shade lighter and given it a bit more of a, but I didn't want to because I like this. I think that this is a decent amount of brightness. And that is how to do the under eye brightening technique. Thanks for your time. Don't forget to rate, that's a thumbs up, and share and all that stuff. And check out my second channel because there are reviews every single day on that channel. Thanks so much. Information all down there. Bye-bye. Okay, so click it. You see this? Click my box. Now how good an offer is that? That's it. Click my box. If you are suffering or have, you know when you're applying your foundation and suddenly every single hair on your face stands on end, it makes your face look you know, like really hairy and there's no need for it, then click this box, that's me, and it will take you to a video where I explain how to lay down foundation so that the hair on your face lays down really smoothly. You know that peach kind of fuzzy hair? So it lays down smoothly and you don't end up looking like Chewbacca. Thanks so much, bye bye.